Hi friends, I Narsimharao Erramnini. Today we are discussing important topic in states of matter. Okay, already in previous videos we discussed what is states, what is the matter existed and what are the already we discussed how many states are there, how many states are possible to exist the matter, and how they are interconvert with each other, and what type of intramolecular forces present in the different states like liquid, gas, and solid states. Okay, all these are discussed in the previous videos, and also we discussed some gas laws. Okay, like Charles law, Boyle's law. Okay, Charles law to Gay, Lusak's law. Okay, and by using that Avogadro's law. Okay, and also we can derive the combined gas equation from this Charles law, Boyle's law, and Avogadro's law. That is nothing but PV is equal to nRT. Okay, let's we discuss some more gas laws. That gas laws are nothing but Dalton's law and Graham's law. Dalton's law and Graham's law. Okay, these two laws also very useful for so many applications. Okay, what are the applications? All these are discussed in this video. Okay, so the main contents of this video are what is Graham's law and how it is derived from or reduced from the kinetic gas equation, and next one is what is Dalton's law and how it is deducted from the kinetic gas equation. So these are the two main contents in this video. Okay, let's we discuss what is Graham's law of diffusion. Before going to discuss this topic, I just explain what is diffusion. What is diffusion? Here, diffusion is nothing but if you take water in a open tank or open container. Now, this is the water molecules in the liquid stated water molecules. Now I heat up this water molecules, rise the temperature by using this burner from up to 100 degrees centigrade. 100 degrees centigrade. Here the liquid waters are converted to gaseous state water molecules. These gaseous state water molecules are escaping to in all direction, with high velocity. In all direction, it is exposed to right side or it is escaped to the gaseous water molecules are escaped to left side or down side or top side, like that. In all directions, the gaseous molecules are escaped from the low pressure region to high pressure region, high pressure region to escaped from high pressure region to low pressure region is called diffusion. But there is another word is also there, effusion. What is effusion? Effusion is also similar to the diffusion, but there is a slight difference is there. Effusion means okay, here effusion means here also gas molecules are escaped from the high pressure region to, this is the high pressure region to low pressure region through a small hole. From this small hole, this high pressure gas molecules are released from the high pressure region to low pressure region, like this. Only from this small, this is the directional. This is diffusion is the non-directional. This is non-directional process. This is effusion is the directional process. Okay, all gaseous molecules are escape from the high pressure region to low pressure region through a small hole. This process is called effusion. If gas molecules are escaped from the high pressure region to low pressure region in all directions with high velocity with equal velocity are called diffusion. Okay, here what I am saying here, this Graham's explains the Graham explains the diffusion of gas, rate of diffusion of gas. What is rate of diffusion of gas? Rate of diffusion of gas, rate is equal to R. Rate is nothing but R. Okay, here rate of diffusion is equal to the volume of gas diffused in unit time is called rate of diffusion. R is equal to V by T is called rate of diffusion. Rate of diffusion. Okay, volume of gas escaped from unit time is called rate of diffusion. Okay, here this Graham's explains the relation between the rate of diffusion R and density. Okay, he gives the relation between rate of diffusion and density of that gas. Okay, rate of diffusion and density of that gas. According to this Graham's law, the rate of diffusion of any gas, the rate of diffusion of gas R is inversely proportional to the rate of diffusion of gas R is inversely proportional to square root of its density. This expression, this is the mathematical expression for the Graham's law. The statement is the rate of diffusion of any gas is inversely proportional to square root of its density. Or we can represent the R is equal to constant K by root D. It means R root D is equal to constant. It means R1 root D1 is equal to R2 root D2. It means R1 by R2 is equal to root of D2 by D1. This equation can be rearranged like that. R1 by R2 is equal to root D2 by D1. This is called Graham's law. Okay, we have another expressions also there. From this equation, we can derive the so many expressions. From this R1 by R2 is equal to root D2 by D1. Okay, by using that expression, we can derive the so many expressions. Okay, we can derive the another expressions from this Graham's law expression. Okay, let's we explain what are the different relations from this law, this equation R1 by R2 is equal to root D2 by D1. Okay, already we know that the relation between R means rate of diffusion, okay, and density, that is equal nothing but both are in the inversely proportional to each other. Okay, here what I am saying here, we know that the density of gas is directly proportional to molar mass. So the square root of density of gas is equal to square root of its molar mass. Obviously. Why? Because the molar mass of density of gas is directly proportional to molar mass. If square root of density is also directly proportional to square root of molar mass. Okay, if you substitute these molar mass values in this equation, like R1 by R2 is equal to D2 by D1, so the rate of diffusion is also, so automatically this molar mass is also inversely proportional to its R value, or like that. R is inversely proportional to molar mass, or molar mass inversely proportional to R. Okay, from this equation we can also write like this: R is inversely proportional to square root of molar mass. From this equation we can derive another one, that is nothing but R1 by R2 is equal to root M2 by M1. This is the another expression. For the Graham's law. And we know that another expression is also there, the vapor density. We can also derive the another expression, that is nothing but R1 by R2 is equal to root VD2 by VD1. VD2 by VD1. This is the another expression for the Graham's law. And moreover, the important expression is already we discussed, rate is nothing but rate is equal to V. Here rate is equal to V by T. So R1 is equal to V1 by T1. R2 is equal to V2 by T2. From this equation we can also derive the another expression. From this equation we can also derive the another expression, that is nothing but R1 is equal to V1 by T1. Similarly R2 is equal to V2 by T2. R1 is equal to V1 by T1. R2 is equal to V2 by T2. Now we can substitute these values in this equation. Then instead of R1 we can take like V1 by T1 divided by V2 by T2 is equal to root of D2 by D1 by D1. If rewrite this equation, V1 by T1 into T2 by V2 is equal to root of D2 by D1 or root of M2 by M1 or VD2 by V1. This is the another expression. This is the another expression for the Graham's law. Another expression for the Graham's law. Okay, these are the different type of expressions. There are different type of. One is R1 by R2 is equal to root D2 by D1 is one expression. Similarly, R1 by R2 is equal to root M2 by M1 is another expression. Similarly, R1 by R2 is equal to VD2 by VD3 is the third expression. This is first expression. And the fourth expression is V1 by T1 into T2 by V2 is equal to D2 by D1 or M2 by M1 or VD2 by VD1. VD2 by VD1. Like that, we can derive the so many expressions. This is the important fourth expression. Okay, from this law, we can derive the four expressions. We can derive the relationship between the rate of diffusion and density. We can derive the rate of diffusion and molar density in the second formula, and we can also derive the rate of diffusion and vapor density, and also we can derive the volume and time with molar mass or density. Okay, these relations are we can express by using this Graham's law. Okay, we can derive the what is how to deduce this Graham's law from kinetic gas equation. How to deduce this Graham's law from kinetic gas equation. Okay. Okay friends, now we can derive the expression of mathematical expression of Graham's law from kinetic gas equation. What is the mathematical expression for the Graham's law is equal to R rate of diffusion R is inversely proportional to square root of its density. Or inversely proportional to its molar mass or inversely proportional to its vapor density. Like that. Okay, R is inversely proportional to its density or molar mass. Okay, and the another expression is, now you can derive this expression like this. Okay, and kinetic gas equation is PV is equal to 1 by 3 Mn U square RMS. Mn is equal to PV is equal to 1 by 3 Mn U square RMS. Velocity. From this equation, we can derive the R is proportional to 1 by root D. Okay. First, we know that from this equation, Mn is equal to nothing but capital M. The molar mass M is equal to mass of that substance into number of moles. Is nothing but molar mass. Mn is equal to molar mass. Okay, So if you substituted, if this equation is considered as 1, this equation is considered as 1. Now this equation is considered as 2. The equation 2 is substituted in equation 1. PV is equal to 1 by 3 capital M is equal to U square RMS. U square RMS. Okay, here U square, now this equation is rearranged like this. U square RMS is equal to 3 PV by M. 3 PV by M. Okay, if you cancel the square from this side, URMS, U square RMS, U square RMS is equal to root of 3 PV by M. Root of 3 PV by M. Okay, root of 3 PV by M. And this equation is considered as fourth equation. This equation is considered as fourth equation. And also we know that another expression between the volume and molar mass. We know that mass by volume is equal to density. Mass by volume is equal to density. If volume by mass is equal to 1 by density, 1 by density. If it is considered as a fifth equation, now this fifth equation is substituted in this fourth equation, we can write like URMS is equal to root 3P by D. Root 3P by D. Okay, let's, if at constant pressure P, URMS is equal to constant by root of D. Constant by root of D. You know that RMS is nothing but velocity. Velocity is nothing but diffusion. So URMS is nothing but R. URMS is one type of velocity. So velocity is nothing but rate of diffusion. So R is equal to constant by square root of density, and R is equal to R proportional to 1 by root D. If you remove this constant, we can introduce the proportionality. So R proportional to 1 by root D. From like this we can derive this Gram's law mathematical expression from that kinetic gas equation. From this kinetic gas equation, that is nothing but PV is equal to 1 by 3 Mn U square RMS. This is the deduction process. This is the deduction process. Okay, clear? In this class, we can discuss the what is diffusion and what is effusion, what is the Graham's law, and different expressions for that Graham's law, and how that Graham's law is deduced from the kinetic gas equation. How that Graham's law is deduced from the kinetic gas equation. Okay. Okay friends, let's we discuss about the what is Dalton's law. What is Dalton's law? According to Dalton's law, the total pressure produced by the mixture of non-reacting gases is equal to sum of the partial pressure produced by the individual gases. And moreover, this theory is only applicable for only for non-reacting gases. This is the very, very important point. This theory only applicable for non-reacting gases. Non-reacting gases, like that. Okay, only applicable for the non-reacting gases like CO2 and O2, but not applicable for the NH3 and HCl. Why? Because these two compounds are react with each other. Okay, this theory is not applicable for this mixture, only applicable for the like these mixtures. Okay, clear? So what I am saying here, this theory, Dalton's law theory, is only applied for the non-reacting gases like CO2 and O2. Okay, and the main definition of this theory is if the container contains two type of gases like this. Some of the gas molecules are represented by the square, some of the gas molecules are represented by the circles like this. Okay, here what I am saying here, if the pressure of entire gas, here two type of gas molecules are there. The gas molecule A is represented by the circle and the gas molecule of B is represented by the square like this. Okay, here the total pressure, according to this Dalton's theory, the total pressure in this vessel is equal to P total is equal to the partial pressure produced by A gas molecules and the partial pressure produced by B gas molecules like this. P total is equal to P1 plus P2. Here PA or PB. We can take gas 1, gas 2 or gas A, gas B like that. Okay, in some books also it can be represented P total is equal to P1 plus P2 like that. Okay, the notations are we can vary from the one book to another book. Okay, you don't bother about the notations. Here we can observe that P total is equal to P1 plus P2. P1, P2 are the partial pressures of the gases present in that mixture. Okay, and this is the P total. Like if you know the partial pressures, we can calculate the total pressure produced in that gas. Okay, if you know the total pressure, and we can also calculate the partial pressure. That equation also expressed from this Dalton's theory. Okay, PA is equal to XA into P total. Similarly, PB is equal to XB into P total. What is XA and XP? XA is equal to mole fraction of A. XB is equal to mole fraction of B. XA is equal to mole fraction of A. XB is equal to mole fraction of B. What is XA and what is mole fraction? Mole fraction is equal to mole fraction is equal to number of moles of one substance Na by Na plus Nb. If mole fraction of A is equal like that. Similarly, mole fraction of B is equal to Nb by Na plus Nb like that. Okay, mole fraction of A is equal to Na by Na plus Nb. Mole fraction of B, Xb is equal to Nb by Na plus Nb. Okay, if you know the mole fraction or total pressure, we can derive the partial pressures like Pa and partial pressure of the Pb like that. Okay, like that we can derive the equations. And also another expression for this total pressure. Generally all gases are collected from on the surface of water. That's why we have to measure the total dry pressure. P total dry pressure is equal to P total minus aqueous tension. Okay, every gas has its individual aqueous tension values. It depends upon the nature of the gas. They give the total pressure and aqueous tensions, then you can calculate the P, total dry pressure. Total dry pressure is equal to P total pressure minus aqueous tension. The aqueous tension value was given by theory. Okay. In that procedure, they give the aqueous tension values. By using this aqueous tension value, we can subtract from this total pressure. We will get the pre-dry pressure. P dry pressure. Okay. So this all these formulas are useful to solve the problems in the objective exams. Objective exams. Okay. There are different formulas are generated here in from this Dalton's law. Okay. First one is P total is equal to the partial pressure of the gas A and partial pressure of the gas B and so on also. If so many gases may be present, P, C, P, D, P, E, P, F and etc. so on. Okay. Or P total is equal to P1 plus P2 plus P3 dash 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 so on also, like, and we can also write that. Here PA is equal to XA into P total. What is XA and what is XB? These are the mole. XA is equal to mole fraction of the A, XB is equal to mole fraction of B. What is mole fraction? Mole fraction can be derived from the number of moles. What is number of moles? Number of moles already we discussed. What is number of moles means? Number of moles is nothing but weight by gram molecular weight. So we can deep into the subject. There are so many another formulas are also generated. Okay, so this is about the Dalton's law. This is about the Dalton's law, and these formulas are used to solve the to calculate the pressure or partial pressure or P-dry pressure, like that. Okay, if you know the partial pressure and pressures, we can calculate the mole fraction. We can calculate the mole fraction. Okay, like that. So these are the relations between the pressures, partial pressures and mole fractions and number of moles, like that. Okay, clear? Okay friends, we can deduce the Dalton's law from kinetic gas equation. We know that what is Dalton's law? The total pressure produced by the mixture of non-reacting gases P total is equal to P1 plus P2 plus dash 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 so on, like that. Okay, what is kinetic gas equation? PV is equal to 1 by 3 mn u square RMS, like this. Okay, from this equation we can derive the kinetic gas equation, like that. Dalton's law. From this kinetic gas equation we can derive the Dalton's equation. P total is equal to P1 plus P2. Okay, if similarly according to the mixture present in a container, that container consisting of two gases like gas 1 and gas 2. Gas 1 and gas 2. Gas 1 molecules are represented by the circles and gas 2 molecules are represented by the square boxes. Okay, just I want to differentiate with what is the difference between the gas A and gas B. Okay, like this. There are so many gas molecules are there. Here pressure is produced or exerted due to the collisions of these gas molecules with walls of the containers or walls or collisions with each other. Here this circle represents the gas 1 and the square represents the gas 2. Okay, like that. If we can write the kinetic gas equation for the gas 1, kinetic gas equations for the gas 1. Here, before going to write this gases, if these gases are present in different containers. For example, these gases are present in different containers, like this. Okay, this is gas 1 and this is gas 2. Okay, now gas 1 is represented by the circles, like this, and gas 2 is represented by the squares, like this. like that. If what I am saying here if you write the kinetic gas equation for this gas is nothing but P1 is P1 P1V. V is both have same volume. Both are having same volume, that is equal to V. Okay, P1V is equal to 1 by 3 M1 N1 U1 square RMS. U1 square RMS. Similarly here also P2V. Why? Because here volume V, both volumes are same, that's why we can't designate the V2. Okay, V1 is equal to V2, that's why we can rewrite the simple V. P2 is equal to P2V is equal to 1 by 3 M1 N1 U1 P2V is equal to 1 by 3 M2 N2 U2 square RMS, U2 square RMS, like that. Okay, from this equation, like 1 by P1 is equal to 1 by 3 M1 N1 U1 square RMS by V. Similarly P2 is equal to 1 by 3 M2 N2 U2 square RMS by V. Okay, if what I am saying here, if these two gas 1 and gas 2 are sent into the new vessel with volume, here also the volume is V. Here also the volume is V. Here now the pressure exerted in this gas is equal to P total is equal to P1 plus P2. P1 plus P2. Why? Because here the pressure is equal to the pressure of the gas produced 1 and the pressure of the gas, pressure produced by the gas 2 and pressure produced by the gas 1, like that. So here in this container the total pressure is equal to P total is equal to pressure produced by the gas 1 and pressure produced by the gas 2. That's why P total is equal to P1 plus 2 P2. So we can derive this Dalton's law from this kinetic gas equation. Like that. Thank you.